Okay. All right. Well, welcome to our second session in the series of Learn and Earn with AI. I'm Dr. Tanya. I'll be one of your trainers for today with this session. And we're doing this series because it's really important at this point that we all sort of upskill ourselves when it comes to AI. So the series was built really for business owners and professionals that are in the workplace to give you an opportunity to start to learn AI more and be able to gain a skill set. So whether you're looking to gain a skill set because you want to grow and expand your business, or you just want to be more productive and efficient in your business, or you are working a 9 to 5 job and you want to be, again, more productive and efficient and more competitive in your 9 to 5 job, then this series of workshops will definitely help you in doing that. So, our topic for this one today is all about productivity. So we know that as business owners, especially if you are a solopreneur or even if you've got a small team with your business, feeling like you're productive every day, feeling like you really have gotten done all of the things that you want to get done in a day is one of the greatest challenges that you have. And so today we're going to show you how to use AI to be able to up level your level of productivity and your level of organization. So that's the other thing too, is sort of you're juggling many things as an entrepreneur. And a lot of times, things fall through the cracks. So you need some help at times with keeping up with things, with being able to remind yourself of all the things that you need to get done and checking those things off. And if you're old school like me, I'm all about a little notepad or a sticky note, some kind of to-do list. But sometimes we make too many of those too, right? And they're like everywhere and you can't keep them organized. And so there are AI tools to be able to help you do that. And the one tool we've been talking about consistently throughout this series is ChatGPT, and being able to use ChatGPT to help you with your business. So today it's all about these productivity tips that we're going to give you. And again, if you are using ChatGPT already, then great. If you're not, you can definitely sign up for the free plan to get you started. If you need assistance in sort of just the basics of ChatGPT and how to get the account, how to set the account up, and that kind of thing, we have a basic ChatGPT little mini class that we can send out to you so that you can be able to sort of get that thing set up for yourself and be able to do it really easily. So today there are 8 productivity prompts that I use frequently. I use almost all of these on this list at one time or another, but there's a couple of them that I consistently use to keep myself productive and to help keep myself organized. So before we jump into these 8 and sort of going through, tell me either by raising your hand or through the chat, um, when it comes to being a business owner, what are some of the things that you feel like you struggle with when it comes to productivity? So what are some of your productivity challenges?
Staying focused.
Definitely, right? The focus thing, like scrolling up, because there's lots of distractions all day long, even when you're going to social media. And I was having this conversation with somebody the other day about going to social media to post, because again, that's a part of our marketing plan, it's a part of what we do. But I get on social media, I start to do the things I need to do to post. And then it's like, again, as soon as your page comes up, you're like, oh, this person said this. Oh, this person, I want to respond to. And so you look up and it's like an hour later and you're like, I haven't even posted what I was supposed to post that was, a part of my marketing plan. But I've spent like all of this time now just commenting and looking at videos and doing all this other stuff. So we're definitely living in a world of distraction where distractions are just everywhere, and staying focused is a really tough one. Any other ones, any ones that we got in the chat around uh, productivity and what your productivity challenges are? Nope, no other challenges, just focus. Everybody's all about focus.
Miss Carol says fitting in time to post.
Okay, so time, so fitting in that time, scheduling your time to be able to get done the things that you want to do in a day or prioritizing is definitely one. So for both of those, we have prompts that can help out with that. So I'm going to go over a couple of these and then we're going to get straight to the demo side and I'm going to let Dee take over the demo portion with demoing chat gpt and then a custom ai tool that we've built that's designed to assist you with productivity. So if you look up here in this top left corner, the focus finder prompt is a good one if you're thinking about time and sort of how to schedule in time. So the prompt is simple. If you just open up chat gpt, and we're going to do a demo of this in just a second, and here's what you put in, and you're going to get a copy of these prompts so that you can use them. It's just a simple thing. It's like, here's my current task list. So you got to know, again, like sometimes people think chat gpt is this miraculous thing that's going to do everything for you, but you've got to know the information that you want to provide it. So you got to know what your task list is because it can't create that for you. So if you know that you've got 10 things on your list today that you want to get done, then you can ask it to help me identify the top 20% of the tasks that are most likely to produce 80% of my results. And then tell me why. Why did you choose these? So if you got 10 things, it's going to choose the top two out of those 10 things that are going to get you the most bang for your buck when it comes to your business. A lot of time in businesses, we spend a lot of time being busy, but it's not even busy work that's going to really make a difference in your business. And I've been guilty of that with like a to-do list, right? You make these long to-do lists at the beginning of the week or at the beginning of the day, and you just want to check off all these things. But sometimes the things that we're doing aren't really going to get us the revenue that we want in our business, aren't really going to get us what we want to gain from it. And so doing the focus finder prompt will help you sort of weed out the distractions, weed out the things that you're doing that aren't really going to get you great results. Another one I think that's really good is the second one is one of my favorite, and that is energy-based scheduling prompts. So when Miss Carol said something about scheduling out your day, like it's important, the to-do list part, knowing the list of things that you have to do is important, but then how do I maximize my time? Because we all got the same amount of time in a day. And so it's like, how do I maximize that 24 hours to make sure I got time for sleep? I have time for self care. I have time for the business. I got time, for family, all the other things that I need to get done. So the energy based scheduling prompt is all about that. So the prompt is, I'm most focused during which time frame? So sometimes we start our day and we got this really long list of tasks that we want to do, and you just kind of go through your day kind of plugging away. But we all know that there's a time of day when we've got like a lot of focused energy, and there's the time of the day when we don't have as much of that energy. Okay, you're least focused during this time. So if you put in the chat, also everybody think about this question, like which time of the day, what block of time do you feel like you're most focused, you're really sort of laser focused? And for me, while you're writing that in the chat, for me, that time frame really is between like 10 and 2. And Dee and I always laugh about this because I'm like, listen, if it's before 10, I'm not as focused. That's really sort of my sort of get myself started, between 8 and 10. It's starting my day. I want it to be quiet. I really want to get focused. It's a meditative time for me, that type of thing. But by the time I hit 10 o'clock, I'm like, okay, I'm focused. I got energy. What is it that I need to get done? And then really, yeah, about 4 hours, 10 to 2 is when I'm like, and sometimes to 3, I'm like really highly focused and I get my best work done during that time. After you hit past like 4 or 5 o'clock, my energy starts to wane and I usually have to do things to kind of boost my energy to get really productive. So I know that, my least, productive time is really between like probably 3 and 6. And then after 6, I really should be doing something else that's more leisurely and not necessarily working after that point. Even though there are times when I'll try to stay up late and get things done, but I know that those are my times. So you can ask ChatGPT to say, okay, create an optimized daily schedule for me that matches my high focus tasks to my peak hours. So again, like sometimes when you're trying to figure out which task should you do, those things that require your most focus and attention, I should be doing between 10 and 2. I shouldn't be doing them later. I can do some other things later, but they're things that don't require a lot of laser like focus from me. So if I'm editing someone's book, if I'm doing those kind of things, you don't want me editing your book at the end of the day, 6, 7, 8 o'clock at night, because my eyes aren't as sharp. I'm not keeping up with, just that laser focus that I need. All right. So what time frames did we have? Did we have anybody else that has a different time frame when they're most focused?
We've got in the morning and then late evening, like after 8 p.m.
Okay. And some people are like more night owls. And so they're not morning people. So at 10 o'clock in the morning, that would not be the time when they would tell ChatGPT to give them those high value items. So, and that's the beauty of this is you really tailor it exactly to you and to what it is that you need, and you tailor it to your business. So you've been given ChatGPT information specifically about you and your business so that it can help you to create plans that really do match you. The other one, and then I'm going to turn this over to Dee, is that I really like is the weekly planning prompt. Because again, when you start the week out, so this one says, help me plan my ideal work week. So the ideal work week for you. So the answer, in this one, it says 15 hours for deep work. So in a full week of work, I want 15 hours to really deep dive in something. So if I'm writing a book, if I'm doing something like that, I want 15 hours for that. I want 5 hours for meetings. So again, I'm not a person who likes to do like a whole bunch of meetings. When I was an administrator, I spent 90% of my day in meetings. And I don't really care for that right now. So only 5 hours a week for a meeting. So 1 hour a day, roughly. 5 hours for administrative and email type tasks. So really dividing out those kinds of things, giving yourself enough time to be able to do those things, and then include 1 hour per day for daily planning. So an hour for planning, and then add a 5 hour buffer for unexpected tasks and urgent issues. So we know that you got to add in some time for when stuff just happens and there are things that you need to respond to. Okay. And then you ask it to present it as a simple weekly calendar outline. And know that any of these things you can adjust. So if it sends you back something and you're like, well, that's too much morning time, and you can even ask it to take into consideration your energy levels, right? And give me my high priority task in the morning, give me lower priority task in the afternoon or in the evening, or vice versa. And it can then make those adjustments for you. Once it gives you the output, then you can just decide, okay, do I like this? Do I want to change it? What is it that I want to do with it? So, and then there's lots of others. So we have like a 30-day prompt plan that's on here. If you're a long-term planner and you want help planning out a 3-year goal, it can give you your 3-year goal. If you look down here in this corner, it can give you your 3-year goal, and then you can ask it to break down, okay, if this is where I want to be or what I want to do within the next 3 years, then tell me what should I be doing to accomplish this quarter or this year? What do I need to have happen this quarter, this month, and this week? And you can even ask it down to like each day. So what do I need to do each day for the next 3 years in order to be able to accomplish this? So it can do very focused short-term things as well as longer term planning as well. So I'm going to stop my share now, and we're going to, any questions, we're going to take a little bit of time for Dee to switch over screens so she can demonstrate for you some of these prompts that we have. Okay, so whenever you're ready.
Yeah. There we go. Can you guys see my screen?
Yep, we're good to go.
Awesome. So, is there a particular prompt that anyone wants to see first out of the eight that Dr. T showed?
And we're going to do the demonstration first with just regular
Yep,
chat
just
GPT.
regular chat GPT.
I would say, can you keep it basic for me? Just basic. Just for me.
Okay.
Somebody else may want something different. But like
Okay.
the first prompt.
Okay. All right. So you'll go to Chat GPT, and the thing about Chat GPT is you can run a prompt and you don't have to be signed in. You do want to create a free account if you want to keep track of this. So if this is something that you want to revisit daily, then I would say create the free account so that you can keep track of all your conversations. So you would just go where it says what's on your agenda for today. And then there's going to be a little search box here or a text box here. It says ask anything. And that's where you're going to type in your prompt. So our prompt was here's my current task list. You're going to put in the list. So, Wendy, what's on your task list?
Do my time sheet every
Okay.
day.
She,
She has to finish her timesheet. I know she is your edit or working on your book, right?
Yep.
So she needs to work on her book.
And
Anything else?
yep. And create a launch plan for the book.
let's say work on my book content and create a launch plan for my book. Right. And this is identify the top 20% of tasks most likely to produce 80% of my results and explain why. And then you're just going to select the little button over here with the arrow up. That's the submit button. And let's see what it gives us.
Okay.
So it gives, here we go. So the 20% is going to be work on your book content and create a launch plan for your book.
All right. So, and this is a great example of in what it is that she's wanting to accomplish. Then, although the timesheet may be the immediate thing that's going to give her immediate income, but ChatGPT is saying to her that the thing that's going to give you the biggest bang for your buck is working on the book content and creating the launch plan for the book is going to give you the 80% of the results that you're looking for. So focus your time on that. And it even tells her why not the timesheet, which is interesting. Is
I
that the
think it's
time?
I think it makes sense to me. Um, because and maybe I should have asked for a daily reminder to do the timesheet more so than focus on it. Because I need a daily reminder for that.
Okay, and that's a great thing to a point to bring up because you can train your chat GPT to remind you of things daily. And so there are like I have daily reminders that it sends out to me to remind me of like posting my social media content. So Miss Carol had mentioned that, which is definitely true. It's finding the time. For me, it's remembering first to do it, and then it's like finding the time, but you can actually train your chat GPT to not only remind you to do something, but if it's content, you can actually have it, depending on what kind of content you're looking for, to send you ideas of things to post, which is what it does for me, based on the different categories that I gave it. Then it sends me a list of ideas of things to post. So I don't have to spend a lot of time sort of thinking about what I'm going to post either. So Wendy, same thing for you with the reminder to actually do it. And maybe it is a certain time of day that you want to block out your time to be able to complete that timesheet. So maybe it's like the last 30 minutes of your day before you're finished with work. And you can then ask it to remind you at that time. That way you're not really thinking about it throughout the day.
Okay.
Miss Carol, can you see those now?
Okay, I like the bottom where it says how to apply this. So
Oh,
prioritize, spend most of your deep focus energy on content and launch planning, systematize. So make your timesheet 2 to 3 minute habit at the end of the day. Yep, which is what I said. Like, move it to that last 30 minutes of your day.
how about that? I'm trying to get it big enough for Miss Carol to see.
She said, got it. That's great. All right.
Awesome.
I'm with you on that one, Miss Carol. I'm the same way.
Alrighty. And you can even tag on to this. Like, great. I prefer to work between 10 a.m. and 2 p.m. Can you make me a schedule to follow? So it's going to give a schedule that keeps the energy focusing on the 20%, which is creating the content for the book and working on the launch plan, but it's also going to handle the admin part, which was doing the timesheet.
Okay. And it gave you a nice block of time, an hour and
And
45
it even gave
minutes.
you a 15-minute break.
Right. So it's thinking, and it even gives you, it says move, hydrate, and quick reset. So
Yep.
again, it says, go take a break, do something different, come back in. You're going to do another um, time frame of deep work, and just knowing that if that long of a period, if an hour and 15 minutes is too much for you, you can go back in, ask it to adjust that time period and make it into shorter bursts. It's all a matter of what works for you, and so you getting it to sort of retailor the plan to the aspect that works the best for you.
Yep. So you see how like it says do your timesheet 2 to 3 minutes. It's having her do that the first 15 minutes of every day if she followed that schedule. So it's
Right.
like get it out of the way and then focus on the important stuff.
Right. And then if that didn't work for you, if you're like, nope, I wanted the last 15 minutes, then you just
Yep.
tell it to reconfigure and have me do the timesheet the last 15 minutes of my day.
Yep. And it's as simple as saying, I want to do my timesheet at the end of the day. And we'll put it at the end.
There you go. And then you wrapping up, doing a timesheet, jotting down what you want to do the next day and moving on. So again, this is like a great way to keep us organized, to keep us moving the direction that we want to go, to move us towards accomplishing our goals. But in a digital way, instead of us trying to do it all on paper and sort of remembering it all on paper. And even if you wanted paper, like I do, you can still take this and then you can then ask it to give you a PDF version of this schedule. You can print it out and then you can hang it up. So you can have like the best of both worlds. I see Miss Carol had a question. She said, how do you speak into it? So Deidre, you want to ask it, you want to ask a different one? Or you want to just show how you use the audio version?
Let's see. Do we have another quick one?
Yeah, you could choose maybe another
Yeah.
prompt.
So Miss Carol, you're going to click on this little microphone right here. And then you can help me create a 30-day plan, a roadmap to learn how to do social media marketing for my book release. And then you're going to hit the little check mark. And then it's gonna dictate what you type. And then you just submit it. And then there you go. So you don't have to type it out. You can definitely talk to it. And then there's the 30-day plan.
There
And
you
then
go.
you can use voice mode if you wanted to go back and forth. So if you're wanting more conversation, then you can use voice mode and it will speak back to you.
Okay.
Any questions or just using the regular version of ChatGPT? I think we're good to go.
All
So
right. So now we'll demonstrate for you a custom GPT or custom AI tool that we built that was specific to productivity. So the one thing with your Chat GPT account, it's being trained on you, it's learning you, but it's a very highly customizable tool that you can have where you can design it to do a very specific task for you. And it's very focused on that task. And so Dex, I'm going to let Deidre describe who Dex is and what we built Dex to do.
So Dex is a daily focus productivity assistant. So it can get you focused, develop some practical daily plans, and he's going to tailor it to your goals, your time, and your energy levels. So how in that first prompt, you're like, hey, I'm not focused, but after 8 p.m., it's only between 10 and 2, then he's only going to tailor that to when you're high energy, and maybe he'll have you do something relaxing. Maybe you can do some research online, like, or some competitor analysis, looking around in those low energy peaks, because you're just really just looking. You're not really needing a lot of energy to actually produce and generate something. And so he has some conversation starters if you don't exactly know what to ask him. So you can say, feeling scattered, what should I focus on? Or you can say, help me block my day for deep work plus admin. I'm going to do the feeling scattered, what should I focus on? So he's going to greet you, and then you're going to answer these 4 questions. What do you need to get done today or this week? Are there any urgent tasks or upcoming deadlines? How much time do you realistically have available today? And then what's your preferred work style right now? So deep focus, short burst, or light admin tasks. So let's see. We needed to do my timesheet. We'll keep Wendy's example. For work, work on my book content and work on launch planning for my book. And then any urgent task or upcoming deadlines, you can say must complete timesheet every day before logging off. And then how much time do we realistically have? We're going to say 4 hours. And you can either say 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. And then preferred work style. So I'm going to go short burst and see what it is, because I don't think I've ever done that one. So you can number these, or you can just put them all right after one another. So we're going to submit it and see what we get. All right, so it says with 4 hours, 10 a.m. to 2, your preference is short burst. I'll break the day into focused sprints with built-in breathing room so you don't feel rushed. All right, so 10 to 10:15, we're going to do a setup, clear off our desk, outline our goals. Then sprint 1, we're going to work on book content for about 30 minutes. And then he gives you a 15-minute break. So he's like, step away, stretch, get some water, rest your eyes. You're going to come back for another focused 30 minutes and work on the launch. And then you can do some light admin stuff. So you can look at your emails, your messages. If not, it's just a brain reset. And then you'll come back for sprint 3, which he has you returning to the book content. So it says write, edit another chunk. He gives you 30 minutes for lunch or to recharge. And then you go back into the book launch for another 30 minutes. I love that he keeps giving breaks. So those short bursts, he's like, hey, do some work, take a break. Do some work, take a break. So I would say if you're someone that easily gets distracted to where if you do something, take your mind off of it, it's hard for you to go back to it. I would definitely say to go the deep focus route. Alrighty. And then sprint 5 is wrapping up the book content. And then the last 10 minutes of the day, timesheet entry, and then shutdown ritual. So it says non-negotiable daily completion. So the last 10 minutes of your day, you got to get that timesheet in. And then he asks if you want him to suggest a simple system to track your timesheet habit daily so it becomes automatic.
And I like that part because she said it's the remembering of it. So ask it, tell it yes, you want the simple system to see what it suggests.
So you can just say yes. All right, it says, great, let's make your timesheet habit automatic and friction-free. Okay, so treat your timesheet as the final step before powering down your laptop. Example, no shutdown until timesheet is done. You can even stick a post-it note on your monitor, log out equals log timesheet. Yep. Quick check habit tracker, create a tiny 7-day grid, paper or digital. Each day you fill in your timesheet, mark an X in the box. Seeing the streak grow gives you a visual reward and keeps you accountable. Or you can set a daily alarm or notification at 1:50, 10 minutes before shutdown, label it timesheet before logout. Over time, you'll build the reflect before the reminder even goes off. And so his recommendation would be combine number 1 and number 3 for the strongest effects.
Okay. And I was looking at number 3 because that was kind of what I suggested earlier, which really makes sense. The daily alarm notification for you to do it 10 minutes before you're done. There's a good question in the chat, which is, will ChatGPT help you with ideas for your book as you're working on it? So, and the answer to that is yes, that you can definitely get ideas for the book itself, for like what type of book to write. So it can walk you through that entire process from the I want to write a book. And maybe I have an idea. I'm like, oh, I want to write a book for entrepreneurs. Give me some ideas of books that entrepreneurs might want to read, and then it'll just start giving you ideas. Then, I could say, okay, well, help me choose maybe the top 3 out of this that would be most popular and most profitable. And then it'll narrow that down to those top 3. And it's like, okay, now that I have the top 3, you can select which one resonates most with you. And then from there, you can keep with it. So the thing that I always stress to people the most about AI is think of it as your own personal assistant. It's a partner that works with you to help you do almost anything you could possibly think of doing. And that's the best part about it for me, is that when I realized that, I'm like, oh, this is the assistant I always wish I had. That, someone, again, to bounce ideas off of, to help me schedule things, to help me, actually full out flesh an idea out and put it to paper, help me to do market research on something to see if my idea is a great idea, all of the pieces. So yes, it can help you with all of the pieces with it. And I know that with one of the books that Wendy is writing, she did do some partnering with Chat GPT to help her flesh out some of the ideas that she had for the book. So yeah, very powerful tool that can anything that you, and I'm going to ask this at the end, so start thinking about it, but like what's something that you want to achieve? What's something that you want to get done? And then we can play around our last few minutes with ideas of like things that that you can get done with it. All right. Anything else, D, with we got about 5 minutes left. So anything else with the demonstration of decks?
No, I think we covered everything. So just a FYI, everyone will get access to Dex. He's our freebie. He's kind of like a limited use version. So you have a certain number of um, conversations per chat, but there is a full length, unrestricted version of Dex that you can purchase.
Okay. All right. So Miss Carol said this was too fast. And it is. They're designed to be quick though, because a lot of times people feel like, oh, we don't have that much time. We got to, everybody is kind of scheduling and blocking their time. And so we didn't want to make these sessions super long. But what we are doing is making longer sessions to walk you through like very specific things. And I'm going to tell you a little bit about how you can get access to that part here in just a second after I go back to sharing my screen.
Stop there.
Okay. So I'm going to put mine back up. Okay. So Dee just said, told you a little bit of something about Dex and the fact that um, you do have access to Dex. So just remembering that again, it's designed to do tailored daily plans for you. It's designed to help you prioritize your tasks and get things done, to delegate or to eliminate tasks if it's something that you just is not a good value for your time. And he's also designed to help you do time block scheduling, so getting the most out of your day. So you do have free access to it. We're going to send it out in the email, but if you want to look at it now, you see it at the bottom of this screen, or you just go to aiworks.com/freebie, and it'll take you to a page where you can just sign up to download Dex for free and try him out. So it gives you an idea of what a custom AI tool and what a custom GPT really is like. So you definitely get this in email when we're done, along with the replay. So don't have to worry about that. And Deidre can also drop it in the chat too. So the last piece is talking a little bit about how you can get that deeper dive into learning AI, because these are short bursts and they're designed to give you like something to start working with, and so that you can immediately go out and start using an AI tool. But if you want to stick with us long term and really sort of take that deep dive, and Dee is great with walking you through things, holding your hand as you go through things. Like that's our whole motto, is basically with AI Works, it's about helping you to become what we call AI literate, and walking you through step by step. So we do mostly live trainings, but you always get the recordings. So we'll be here live with you. We have live trainings just on ChatGPT and setting up your account. We have live trainings on using it for specific tasks. So using it to give you ideas and content for your social media posts, for your business. We have next week, we're doing a live training, our third one, the last one in this series for National Black Business Month, is on using it for marketing. So using ChatGPT to create images for your business, so you don't have to go out and try to find stock images and that kind of stuff. You can have it generate real-time images for you. And then also using AI tools to create music for yourself, because there are AI tools out there where you can generate music to go with your posts and your videos. And then the last one is how to use it to create really short little videos for yourself. So those 3 marketing tools will be the 3 things that we'll talk about next week in our last one of this series. But we have what we call the AIWURKS Skill Studio. And the Skill Studio is all about your safe space to come and learn AI so that you can earn money from what you know about AI. And so we have a 1-year membership to the Skill Studio. And right now we're offering a 50% discount. So 1-year membership to the Skill Studio is only $249. You get in it, you're going to get custom AI tools, some that come along with it, as well as those live workshops with us. So you have the learning modules will be there. Those recorded videos from us will be there so that you always have access to them, to go back to them, to look at it, to rewind it, to watch what we're doing. But you always get to watch us do it real time so that we're giving you a real example of things that we're actually using every day in our business. The next thing that you get is you get hands-on experience through practical projects and challenges. So again, everything just like what we did today, everything is very practical that we do. And it's always a walk you through it type of a situation that we use in the Skill Studio. The earn while you learn portion is that with the Skill Studio, we have an affiliate program that's attached to it. And so if you join the Skill Studio, we're asking because our goal is really to get 1 million business owners and professionals to all be AI literate. And so that requires all of us inviting our friends and family, our colleagues, our business colleagues, people that we know that are in business that could use a tool, that could use some assistance. We don't all have the money necessarily to hire a whole team of people, but if you have the right AI tools, they function as a team for you. And that's been one of the biggest benefits that I've found with it. And so when you refer out to someone else, when you say, hey, Dr. Tanya and the team have this great training series that's going on at AIWURKS, and they have this great skill studio at AIWURKS, and you invite them over, then you're going to earn from them coming over and getting their membership for the year. And so that's the earn part. You're going to earn from basically what you're learning because you're going to apply it to your business and be able to 10x your business. But then you're also going to earn from us because we have the affiliate portion. And then the last piece of the Skill Studio is networking opportunities. So us getting together, like-minded individuals and professionals getting together. And as we grow this thing out, one of the things that we want to do is to partner with each other on projects so that, again, we're all sort of elevating together and we're helping each other out as we go along. So that's our Skill Studio. So it's your opportunity to hang out with us long-term for the year and really be able to apply a lot of what your of AI to your business and sort of really being able to upscale and upskill yourself when it comes to AI. And there's no better time than to do it now because it's really now just getting started. Like a lot of times people feel like, oh, it's too late, I'm too far behind. It's really not. It's just now getting started. And so it's a great time for you to jump in and really start to learn how you can use AI in all aspects of your life. So that is our 45 minutes. It always goes by really fast. Do we have any questions about anything? Like I said, we're going to send the replay out. So if you missed last week, you're going to get all 3. So you're going to get week 1, week 2, and then of course next week as well. So we're going to make sure you have all 3 of the ones that we've done.
I'm gonna answer Miss Carol's question really quick.
Okay.
To her, she said she was wanting to know how to sign up for GPT. So if you want to know how to sign up for ChatGPT and create an account, then you can go to chatgpt.com, and right up here it says sign up for free. So you can sign up with an email and a password, or you can connect to your Google or Microsoft account. If you're wanting to know how to access Dex, you can click the link in the chat, and then it's going to take you to this page. You're going to fill in your first name, last name, phone number, and email, and then it's going to provide you with a link. And then he'll pop up in ChatGPT.
Okay.
Show her where to find him in Chat GPT when he shows up on her sidebar.
Oh, right, right.
So hang on. You can log in again. Pop up some sharing so I can log in. Here we go. All right. Can y'all see my screen again?
Mm-hmm. Can you make it a little bigger?
Yep. Put it back at 250. All right. So there's going to be like a little menu button up here at the top, and you'll expand that, and he'll pop up here.
Okay. So he'll be right there under where it says GPTs. And
So I
so,
think what will happen is when you first click on the link, it's going to pop up, and then she'll need to, here, let me click him again. Well, I think it's because he's already, I'm going to do a random demo.
okay, because you got to put him in the sidebar. Yeah, you got
Yep.
to save him to your sidebar.
So he'll pop up. So we're just going to start chat. Oh, hang on. They keep changing stuff. So when he pops up, you're going to hit these three buttons, and you're going to need to select keep in sidebar. Because if not, she'll just have the
Right, it'll just disappear. Yeah.
so you can say create an image, and so she'll have the chat, but it won't be logged to where she can easily get back to it. And then if you decide you don't like a GPT, then you can hide it. But because I said keep it, then it's already every time I log in and expand that menu, this GPT is going to be there. No idea where you start. Okay.
So what I just typed in the chat was that we have a getting started with Chat GPT video that we can send you to help you get started with that. So like the whole like set up the account piece, and then and that way you can like look at that video and go back and forth and take your time with getting everything set up. Yep.
Yep. And there's a live screen share. So as it's going through the instructions, you can pause it, do it on your end, and then resume it.
Yep. And most of our videos that we make are that, unless it's a live thing like this where it's a live demo, then the recorded ones or like that, they are just like that. Like we set them up so that we do it and then we wait for you to go do it. So it's like a back and forth so that we make sure you get it down on your end. All right. Is that it? Well, this has been awesome. And like I said, it always goes by fast.
It was.
But I'm excited about next week to do the ones on video, audio, and images, because that was a game changer for me being able to create my own images and stuff. So, and Wendy got me started going down that street with Mid Journey. So yep, and Wendy is the music master over here with creating the music that she created music that goes with her book that she's doing. So, Wendy, get prepared next week so you can give us a demo on using Suno for creating some music.
Sure will.
All right. Well, other than that, everybody have a wonderful rest of your week, and we'll see you next Thursday.